already crying.
I know.
You look so handsome. We're gonna be a mess up there.
Everything you have ever experienced, every blessing and every heartache, every gift and every talent that has been developed, every hope and desire that's been expressed or unexpressed, all of those you're now giving to each other, and you will continue to receive from each other for the rest of your lives. We're married.
This is crazy. You're gonna make me cry more.
Over the next few weeks, Nicole would travel to Arizona for work with my dad. The main focus of that trip featured one client who happened to be named Garrett. And the movies that my grandma had on repeat on that trip, the main character's last name was Davis. So all Nicole heard that trip was Garrett Davis. She wouldn't tell me that until later, but I thought that was hilarious. Would you want to go on a coffee date with Garrett? I just really think you guys would hit it off. She kind of giggled and acted like it wasn't a big deal, but she's like, do you think he'd be interested? And it just so happened that my husband was going on a hunting trip with Garrett in a couple of weeks. I told him, I don't care if you get a turkey, but I need to know two things. One, is Garrett single? Two, would he be interested in going on a date with Nicole? And if you didn't already know, they got 2 turkeys, and a date was arranged for Nicole and Garrett. Nicole and Garrett, again, it has just been such a privilege to witness your relationship from the beginning. I love you both so very much. May God bless your marriage with many years of joy and happiness. Here's to Nicole and Garrett. Cheers, everybody.
You're already crying.
I know.
You didn't
We
make it.
started the bathroom.
You didn't make it very long.
No, I didn't. I love it.
You look so handsome.
You look beautiful.
We're gonna be a mess up there.
Intimate knowledge, it's a lifelong quest. It's matched only by the challenge of being faithful in your acceptance of one another. So I give to you and I remind to you what Paul writes in 1 Corinthians 13 of what love really is. He says that love is patient, that it's not proud and it's not rude, it's not self-seeking. It doesn't get easily angered, it doesn't keep records of wrongs, it doesn't delight in evil, but it rejoices with truth. It always protects and it always trusts and it always hopes and it always perseveres. And the beautiful part is that love never fails. I love you.
I love you so completely and so fully with everything that I am. You are the perfect woman I've been waiting for my entire life. Our first date was the most rewarding and mind-blowing experience I've ever had with someone, at least for a little while longer. That entire day, I couldn't stop thinking of you. You reset my entire life. Within week 2, I wanted to marry you. I could never have imagined that a beautiful and breathtaking woman like you was out there who loved God, Ram trucks, whiskey, breakfast, steak, and of course, Nirvana. I want to be married to you for the rest of my life, and to ensure that happens, to even try to make myself a little worthy of you, I vow the following. I vow to keep my covenant with you from this day until my last day. Through thick and thin, I will never give up on us. I vow to keep my covenant with Christ and always lead our relationship in a God-centered relationship. I vow to love you and will always strive to make sure that your love cup is overflowing. I vow to make your happiness a priority over all else. I vow to take care of you when you are sick or when you are going through a hard time. I vow to even let you hold the remote control. And I vow to always finish your leftover bacon. There will be times when I fail to live up to all of these vows, but one vow I will never break is to keep my covenant with you. You are my best friend, you are my true love, and I want to grow old with you. You can take my hand and my whole life too. I love you so much, my one and only.
Garrett, I love how God has written our story. I've spent 2 years knowing you, 2 years admiring you, your upbeat attitude, your kindness, your willingness to help others. These were all things that stood out to me. I've admired you for 2 years, but I've loved you even longer. I started praying for my future husband when I was 11 or 12 years old. I prayed for your heart, that you would know Jesus. I prayed that you would be kind, compassionate, a leader, have a good sense of humor, and be tall. God blessed me that day. I saw you at Calvary. You haven't left my mind since. You are so much more than what I ever prayed for. You fill my life with so much joy and love. It is an absolute honor and joy to do life with you. I vow to live a life full of good food, love, and always holding your hand. I vow to always keep growing with you and never stop dating you. I vow to pray for you because I've never stopped. I vow to keep God at the center of our relationship. I vow to love you and choose you every day. I love you, my one and only.
Garrett and Nicole, you've come before God and expressed your desire to be husband and wife. You have made a covenant with God and each other and have sealed that with the promise of giving and receiving of rings. Garrett, you may kiss your bride.
Three things that I've learned about Garrett throughout our lifetime of friendship. First, Garrett never has a bad attitude. Second, Garrett has the sweetest soul. Anybody who knows him knows that Garrett, he's one of the most loving, kind, compassionate people I could ever hope to know in my entire life. And lastly, if you leave him unattended, he'll take his parents' boat and he'll crash it into somebody else's boat at Lake Lowell. first things I noticed about Garrett when you guys started dating was how happy he was, and what a joy it is to see that he's found such a wonderful woman like you, Nicole. And I've been dethroned as best friend, and I couldn't have dreamed of a better person to take the throne for me as Garrett's best friend. I wish nothing the best for you guys. So we'll all raise a toast. Garrett and Nicole.
So he finally gets through college, and he's all done. It's paid for. He's got, well, almost paid for. He's yeah, I'm a civil engineer, and I got this job and stuff like that. Now I'm ready to find a wife. I'm like, dude, you've had like a span here to find a wife that you've just kind of ignored to get all the stuff done. He goes, yeah, I know, but now I'm ready to find a wife. I'm going, there's a reason he was focused on his school. We did not think that was God's plan, but apparently it was. And then along came this girl right here with his contacts in. He sees her, I meet her, and she is the most, I think the words I have, she's a Christian, I know that, but I think humble, and probably the word that comes to me most is elegant. I think of her as elegant, not only her soul, her kindness, and she's laid back. She's just everything I could want my son to have. So here's the Garrett.